Welcome back to another video. In this video, we hope to inspire and motivate. We have compiled a list. We've spoken to some of our millionaire friends and mentors about how the rich and poor differ from one another in daily life. There are, as always, many exceptions to these laws, and not everyone has control over those situations. However, being conscious of these behaviors could give you a little advantage, and even if you stop, who knows? Perhaps you'd be a step closer to realizing your dream. Here are 15 things that the wealthy don't do, that the poor do. First, a lot of people watch television. Here's how I'll put it. If you have the time to watch reality TV, you generally don't have much money. It never ceases to amaze me how much time the underprivileged squander watching pointless TV. One of those deterrents that catches your attention and won't let go. You may be watching too much television if you are aware of which celebrities are dating whom, if you watch TV shows every week as they air, or if you have a preferred news channel. Consequently, your life is how it is. Let's discuss what celebrity rumors and buzz have to offer. Your life has no value. Rich people, you can argue, seek to be on TV rather than watch it, so it only benefits the celebrities. The Big Bang Theory, a wonderfully funny program that helps me decompress, is what I'm watching though. The problem is that instead of addressing and solving your problems, you choose to disengage from them. There are unusual situations where it is true that time you like squandering is not wasted time, to quote John Lennon. But if you stop to think about it, should staring at a screen truly be something you love doing? Let me define what we meant by having a preferred news station before we move on to the second point. Poor people. You could say that the only benefit of watching TV is to keep up with the current events and to stay informed. This demonstrates how TV stations are consistently skewed in order to advance their own agendas. Alternatively, take advantage of the internet's capabilities to acquire a fast overview of the state of the globe. Then go about doing your own thing. Second, fast food is a staple of the impoverished. Although understanding what is in your food is vital for your health, many individuals in poverty have no interest in doing so, or what a really healthy lunch ought to look like, or hardly understand nutrition. The brains of the poor are being bombarded with a lot of sugar and fat that has no nutritional benefit. If you're not healthy, all facets of your life are immediately impacted, and you'll suffer physically, mentally, professionally, and even romantically. They are intentionally destroying their bodies, and as a result, they cannot perform at 100% of their potential. Third, those who are poor like to purchase items that are on sale. Let me put it this way. Stocks are the only thing you should purchase on sale. While the poor try to stretch or conserve what little they have, the privileged are more concerned with raising their revenues. Just consider the fact that the clothing that ends up on sale is what those who could afford to pay the full price didn't desire. By purchasing items on sale, you simply ensure that you appear to be someone who cannot afford to pay the full amount. Fourth, in their early years, poor people awaken later than wealthy people. Early on, poor people tend to be more lazy than rich people. The aforementioned statement may bother some of you much, yet statistically speaking, it is true. A person who used their adolescence to develop themselves is much less likely to be impoverished in the long run. Instead, if you sleep in, skip school, and spend time doing meaningless things, eventually you'll fall so far behind what the world wants from you that you'll be miserable. The paradox is that those who don't prioritize progress in their early years subsequently struggle to make ends meet by working extremely hard. Billionaires like Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, and Bill Gates get up early. The truth is that unless you're a professional athlete or the owner of the teams, there's really no motivation for you to watch sports, even in the places where people are really into them. The same is true of television. It's an attempt to escape your present world. Imagine that you are placing yourself in a situation where you, as an individual, have no influence whatsoever on the result of the game. Once this behavior becomes ingrained in you, you find yourself living as a spectator rather than as a player or an owner. And at that point, even though you haven't improved yourself, you start condemning others. Sixth, the frequency of showering is lower among the impoverished than the wealthy. At first, we believed this to be a fabrication, but when you give it any thought, it turns out to be accurate, and astonishingly, it explains a lot. Nowadays, the majority of occupations are in service-related fields. Successful value exchanges depend on human interaction. People with poor personal hygiene will eventually be less successful than those who do. They are less trusted by the public. There are consequences to people wanting to spend less time in their presence. Which specific partners will you attract in your personal life if others don't like you and don't want to be near you? Even if it can sound absurd, taking a morning shower should be the first step towards success. 7th, those in poverty tend to blame others for their bad luck. How many people do you know that use a justification or put the blame somewhere else for their lack of success? Some things are beyond our control, yet you are in charge of 99% of your life. Keep in mind that you are responsible for your life. Your relationships are under your control. Your health is in your hands. If you want these things to change, take action. It is not life what occurs to us. It involves how we respond to what occurs to us. The wealthy investigate and study horrible things, while the destitute prefer to victimize themselves. They are trying to find out what occurred, what caused that, and how can they prevent it from happening again. While one adopts the role of a helpless victim, the other exploits it as a springboard for development. 8th-ranked poor individuals have no savings. The inability of the destitute to prepare for the future is one way in which they differ from the wealthy. Having money saved up enables growth. Let's imagine something unfortunate occurs. If you have money saved up, the issue is resolved, and then you can go back to living. If you don't, what should you do when the issue is urgent? You could either sell an asset, like your house or car, etc. You could also get a loan when the crisis is resolved, for the wealthy. Poor people, however, have either had a significant reduction in their standard of living or now owe money to creditors. Now, let's examine the complete opposite. When an opportunity presents itself, those who have money saved up have the chance to improve their lives, while those who don't have the means to do so are unable to do so. Because of this, the wealthiest continue to get richer, while the poor continue to get poorer. Poor people utilize credit cards or take out loans for unnecessary items. Number 9. How credit is used by the wealthy and the poor differs significantly. Your guideline is straightforward. Don't accept a loan to purchase something if it won't earn you more money than the loan will cost you. That's all there is to it. You should only use credit if it will be used for an investment. Want to get a loan to buy a big TV? Don't need a loan to purchase that new ultimate equipment. Don't want to purchase the new iPhone using a credit card? Don't. These products shouldn't be on your credit report unless you're flipping the supreme gear for profit or using your iPhone to create a new app to expand your business. You can read more about this on number 12. Instead, earn the money before you spend it. More babies are typically born earlier in life and to poorer parents. Children are in fact very, very expensive. We can all agree that building them, or at least practicing making them, is enjoyable, but individuals often get stuck at this stage. They don't believe it to be real. Just to put things in perspective, if you live in one of the more industrialized nations, raising a child will set you back about $250,000. Poor people have children on average more frequently at younger ages than their wealthy counterparts because of a lack of education, the environment, and other factors, while the rich wait a few years until their standards of living improves in order to ensure the right environment and ideal conditions for their child to flourish. The poor just go ahead with it. Once the infant is born, they start to struggle to survive and advance. Achieving anything more than mere survival is nearly impossible. 11th, poor individuals do not visit their doctors on a regular basis. Health is vital, as we've discussed before, but for those who don't get regular checkups, this is an extremely crucial aspect. Let's imagine just by accident you have a challenging illness. Consider cancer and regular checkups. Early detection enables a treatment to be provided at a cheaper cost. On the other side, if you fail to do so, you could not realize until it's too late, which would cost you and your entire family dearly. And regardless of how much money you have, you could still pass away. The underprivileged waste their money before they have it. Spending money before you have it is one of the biggest risks you face in life. Your life begins to fall apart the moment you start taking out loans or incurring expenses before you have the money to pay for them. 13th, poor people associate with their other poor folks. If you are surrounded by 4 poor people, you are the sum of the 5 individuals you spend the most time with. Identify the 5th person. Associating with or hanging out with the poor people who support their core views is one of the ways that people ensure they remain poor. You need to surround yourself with motivated individuals who will push you forward and inspire you to do more than your current situation allows. The people who want to feel better about their wretched life by making sure you suffer the same fate may destroy your potential if you don't move on to do something better. You might want to double check whether you're hanging out with the same folks you did when you were younger. 14. People who are destitute never realize their idols or potential. Only the time you invest in your desire is under control. You have no influence over your parents, your birthplace, or how society treats you. Every person on earth has only 24 hours in a day, although some people accomplish much more than others. It's only a matter of time before you succeed if you commit yourself to learning and doing more of what you're enthusiastic about. According to reports, 9 out of 10 enterprises fail within the first 3 years. Well, do you have any idea how many businesses never get off the ground? All of them is a response. If you have an idea, develop it, share it, collect comments, then launch it once more. 15. The belief that others should support them in their ascent to the top. There is nothing the world owes you. You are, in fact, on your own in this. You hold the reins. Occurrences in your life. The problem is that everyone thinks they'll succeed when they're young, but then reality sets in. This planet, only the greatest of the best, those who never give up, those who are constantly learning, continue to adapt, and be aware that no one will be able to solve your difficulties for you. Face them head on, and you may encounter others who share your sentiments and may decide to travel some of the same route as you. If not, you will merely join the majority that is destined to fail. Do them a favor and show them this video. If you know someone who has engaged in any of these 15 offenses, please let us know in the comments what you would include on this list. Please send a letter in the comment section. I shall be wealthy. Make your goals known so that we can hold your response for them. Please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. See you next time.